Alright, this is home against all spells. We're on the play. We have a turn to ooze, but we don't have a second green. I think we keep this. I think a second green is game over. One green might do it, depending on what they have in their hands. Enemy mulligans to 5. Obviously, we just need to draw green mana. Drawing this plains was bad. Governing Township would probably be... Governing Township and Plains are the two draws we really don't want. As well as cards we can't cast, but... We really just need to draw a land here. An untapped green source. Unfortunate. Now Arbor Elf and Utopia Sprawl aren't even outs. They can go... They have Simian Spirit Guide in their deck, so me just... They can go... They can just play land and then the card, so I can't just like play Heliod or Spike Feeder here. What they need to do is they need to cast Hogro Mauling on my Scavenging Ooze, so hopefully I'll draw a 4th land. Even a Plains would be okay. If I play Spellsky, they would need 2 Hogro Maulings. Can I play this? Yeah, I think I can. And you can look at their list. List for public, so... Basically, the joke is there's 2 Narcomoebas. So if I exile the Narcomoebas, then they can't cast Savage Titan. So they can't get that back their Vengevines, which is the second creature in the turn. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So we're just kind of waiting here. Cast our Collected Company. So we can cast Ballista. We can sack the Ranger Captain of Eos. We have 3, 6, 7, 8. So what we can do is cast Heliod, cast Ballista for 1, get this lifelink, use the ooze to eat the Ranger Captain to get a counter on this, and then kill them. So I make for I only need 2 white for this, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess I can just do this now. All right. So we don't need Ariok Champion. Don't need Giver of Runes. We don't actually need the second Ballista, I don't think. We don't need the Spell's Guide either. The Veil of Summers are for the Thoughtseizes. Skyclave Apparitions are for their Talismans and Pentat Prisms, and their Charbelchers. The Rhetoric may not be good. May not be good enough. Item Rhetoric is probably not good enough. I think they're probably just going to go mostly in the Charbelcher plan. So the question is, like, do we actually need Veil of Summers? His enemies, they have enemy has Thoughtseize and Pact Negation, and Slaughter Pact as ways to interact with us. The Ranger Captains don't do a whole lot here, other than find we can probably cut one of those. Probably cut. You can maybe cut a Conclave Mentor as well. Question is, do we cut more Conclave Mentors? Probably don't need more than one. Looks good. We can maybe play a Conclave Mentor over a Ranger Captain. Kind of like that. The Ranger Captain doesn't really do much here. One drops I find, I'm only going to have Arborels to find, so maybe I can just cut all of them. Keep these Mentors in. Mostly just try to win with Mentor or Spike Feeder. The problem with this hand is that this is likely a turn 3 win. Likely to be a turn 3 win. Either I draw Heliod or... This doesn't beat a turn 3 from them. But I think they're going to go mostly into Charbelcher's post board. So I think this is probably good enough. I think having a turn 3 win against that... Obviously this isn't a hard turn 3 win. But it's pretty likely, I think. My options open up quite a bit if I'm on the play for game 3. They did bring in the 2 Charbelchers. So they just turn 2'd me. I didn't see what they had, whether it was in their hand or not. Here's the Phantasmagorian. But they don't have 3 cards in their hand, so... Is this Sabelshite in their hands? It's like such nonsense. Okay, so this is lethal. There's all 4 of them right there. I don't know, maybe I should have mulliganed this. This weak against turn 2 win for sure. I thought my turn 3 win on the draw was good enough without surgical. Probably not a good idea. I mean, maybe if I like mulligan, they don't go for it there, so I could mulligan into a worse hand. No guarantee that a mulligan would have won that game. So I would have needed to mulligan directly into a surgical. But yeah, that's actually kind of the... It was almost the not perfect for them. I mean, the not perfect is actually like 3 Simian Spirit Guides, Balustrade, Spy, Agadeem's Awakening, right? That's the actual not perfect for them. But like turn 1 Pentabrism, turn 2 win off of 2 untapped lands is their like, you know, more common turn 2 win. Ballista might just be better. I mean, Conclave Mentor might be better than Ballista here, but I guess Ballista lets us win off Eldritch Armory's Call. Or we just draw it. This is a hand doesn't win. This is a turn 4 win on the play with an apparition. So as long as they don't go exactly Pentabrism. I don't think I can afford to go to 5 when I've got the like I've got apparition, I've got Spike Feeder, I've got Heliod, right? I don't think I can really afford going to 5. Looking for like, because even if I go to 5 and I get a surgical, I have to keep the surgical, and then like, can I even have a functional 4-card hand? I don't think so. I mean, we might even be able to draw surgical, right? We might be able to draw it. That'd be nice. It kind of sucks that we just like, we have oozes and we have scavenging. We have scavenging oozes and surgicals, and even Veil of Summer is fine because it stops creeping chills. It gives me an extra turn if I draw a Veil of Summer because the creeping chills don't damage me and the things only do 16. It's like, it sucks that like, I have all these tools in my deck and I'm just like, I guess the answer was I needed a mulligan last game, looking for one, but... That doesn't do it. That does not do it. They had to turn 2 Talisman here. They don't have a ton of untapped lands in their deck. There's one. So we got Eladamri's Call or Eidolon. We can't win next turn. We can come close, so we can't only play one spell. The problem is that they just cast Charbelcher, right? I lose if they just cast Charbelcher next turn. The way I play it. Because I can't play 2 spells in one turn. Do I lose if I play Spike Feeder and block? And they have a Balustrade Spy? I think we just cross that bridge when we get to it. They only have 2 Charbelchers in there, and they actually have to have an untapped land as well. I mean, I guess they could have a Simian Spirit Guide. It might have been right to just play Spike Feeder there, because then I don't lose to Charbelcher here. I can block with Skyclave Apparition and Arbor Elf. And I take 8 plus 12, I take 20. Okay, that doesn't work. That would only work if they drew a Creeping Chill. But they do have to have it like Simian Spirit Guide or an untapped land plus Charbelcher here. Or they can have Vendetta and plus other stuff. But if they're thinking, they probably don't have it. How do they pay for that? Oh, they don't. Good games.